It's almost time. Are you ready? What's going on, everyone? Jeremy Ritz here. Courage pays better than fear trading. I hope you are having a phenomenal Tuesday. You can see outside the window here, we got lots of snow out on my side of Pennsylvania, the east side. Right now, it is January 27, 2026. The snow is falling. And my kids had 2 days off of school, which they're excited about. They had the virtual day today, which is, they have to do some things on the computer, but it's technically a snow day. So it doesn't extend the school year into the summer, so it was nice. But with that said, the markets are green today, and they are up about 35 points on the SPX at the time that I'm recording this. So things are getting a push, and what I talked about in this weekend's Sunday setup is that we'd probably see a continued rotation out of IWM, which we are, small caps, and into mega cap tech. And we are seeing that. We're seeing some of the big major tech companies start to push higher ahead of the big earnings reports that are going to start tomorrow. That is Wednesday, because we have 3 reporting tomorrow. We have Microsoft, we have Meta, and we have Tesla, who are going to be reporting at market close, and that is going to be a blast. Now, they're not going to gap all of them up. They're not going to gap all of them down. So who is going to be the lucky winner tomorrow? If you're looking at just sheer upside risk reward from where the current positioning is on the charts, you would think that Meta is the best candidate for a move higher, but that doesn't always jive with what the market is going to make happen. But there is a beautiful double bottom pattern that is playing out there, and Meta could be the one that gets the ripper tomorrow. But Microsoft is moving well today. Tesla is a little choppy. And when you look at some other tickers out there, speaking of Microsoft, Rich Tech Robotics, RR, a highly speculative company. They create service robots. It is popping today. It's up over $1, I think $1.50, which is a big move for this stock because it was trading in the $4 range there for quite some time. But there is a partnership collaboration that they're making with Microsoft, and that is pushing this thing up higher. And back early in the fall, October time, love it when people run stop signs. But back in the fall, people hate my truck. It's all good though. Back in the fall, Rich Tech Robotics was running up to, I think, like $7.50. It's got an all-time high up in the $12 range, but go look at that candle on the daily chart. It is huge. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a squeeze here. Nice little double bottom pattern right there on the 200, broke out. So let's see if this one wants to push higher. But a great move for RR. And then you look at a company like UNH, United Health Group, which I own long-term. I'm a long-term holder. It is just absolutely getting taken to the woodshed today. There was a report yesterday out of the White House about, and I don't have it in front of me and I can't remember the exact language, but essentially they're trying to flatline payments to insurance companies, which is going to cut into the revenue for UNH and other insurance companies. And on top of that, UNH reported earnings this morning, and they forecasted softer growth, softer revenues this year, and the market did not like it. I believe it's down about $70 right now, but nibbling a little bit, buying a little bit, right? Because it's a company that I want to own long term. When I say long term too, I'm talking about my long term portfolio that I'm not planning on touching 20 to 30 years from now, right? Big difference. So I'm not worried about 50, 60, 100, even a $200 swing, right? I'm buying. I'm a buyer, and I'm not buying a ton, but I'm buying a little. And if it comes lower, I'm going to buy a little bit more. So right, it's just about being patient, being methodical, and
sticking to your thesis, being disciplined, and I'm doing that. And I want to give a shout out to, let's see if you're watching this video. So this is a test for you. I'm not gonna name you, but my man made almost $4,800 shorting UNH today. So good work, brother. You better text me that you saw this so I know that you're watching. But congrats to you on that nice move. And then what else have we got? The Trade Desk, that's a company that I love to follow. It's very intriguing to me. They just continue to get pummeled, broke down into the high $31 range. And I've said all along that this one is probably going to come lower. We might even hit the high 20s, right? And what happened yesterday, a CFO that they had hired in August, they fired them over the weekend and took an internal person and appointed them to that CFO position. So there is more instability within this organization, within Trade Desk, that investors just don't like. And that's putting more downward pressure on the stock. Now, they reiterated what earnings would be. Those haven't changed, so at least there's that stability. But you want to talk about just sour, nasty, negative sentiment that is not flipping at all. It's the Trade Desk. And on top of that, the chart just looks awful. It looks like a company that's going to go bankrupt. Gosh. And I still like it. I still like this company. I've been acquiring shares on the way down, slowly, small position, not massive, not going crazy, but it's something that I'm willing to own for a couple of years because historically there's upside opportunity on this company. It's not a dead company. They're facing headwinds right now with the walled gardens advertising from your Amazons and your Metas. And so we're seeing pressure there. We're seeing issues with the leadership. So this thing is by no means out of the woods. But at some point there should be capitulation unless things really go south and this company goes bankrupt. But I can't see that. They have so much cash on hand. They don't have any debt. So it's just, the chart that I talked about in relation to the Trade Desk is Moderna, which just got smashed there for the longest period of time. But now it is finally getting a push. And it's not a crazy push, but it was in the 20s and it broke out. I think it was trading at $50+ I can't remember off the top of my head, but those charts kind of remind me of each other. But Trade Desk getting pounded. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I know I have not been as active here on the YouTube channel as of late. January, honestly, for me, was all about the new year, Wealth Accelerator, getting my blueprint classes started, my year-long mentorships. We have the beginner blueprint that we run. We have the advanced. So making sure those are all set up, making sure that my one-on-one coaching students are taken care of. So we've got that all set up. It's the start of day trading season. I haven't really put out the day trading content, but that's going to be coming, just doing a lot of education around that. But we'll slowly work back into the rhythm here, but I got to make sure that the people in the community are taken care of first and foremost. So that's why there's been a little bit of an absence. If you've been wondering why not as much content, that's why. I gotta take care of the people first, right? So with that said, join me tomorrow. I will be live streaming Jerome Powell's presser. We have the Fed meeting that is going on right now. We're going to get the rate decision tomorrow at 2 p.m. They're not changing rates, I'll tell you right now. So that's going to be a nothing burger, but it's going to be what Powell says that's going to be important. Is he hawkish? Is he dovish? Does it really even matter, being that he's done in May and Trump is going to appoint somebody new? We don't know, but this we can say with certainty, it's always volatile when Papa P speaks. I'm here for it. I can't wait. Join me 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Let's watch it together. That is on the channel. And that's going to do it for this episode of Driven, this snowy episode of Driven. And in the meantime, in between time, make it a great day. Honor the moment. And as always, be grateful. Take care, everyone.